Hi, this is a video on the Hebrew imperfect in its kind of starter stem, the base stem that you start learning. You don't even need to know anything about stems yet. We'll learn other stems later. But it's traditionally called the call stem or the light stem. It's the starter stem. I also like language of calling it the G stem for the German Grundstamm or the ground stem. It's the starter stem. You don't need to know anything about stems. This is just the blah stem, the one we start with. We're also talking about the imperfect tense. Beginners often think of the imperfect as that's the future tense. That's not technically right. It's partially right. The imperfect tense technically is the tense of incompleteness. You're talking about it as if it's not done. And of course, since the future isn't done, there should be a high correlation, you would think, between the imperfect and the future. But you can talk about the past in a not quite done way as well. But we'll start with the standard will translation. So you've seen, if you've been following my series in Jonah, you've seen 3 of these forms so far. Yiktol is he will kill, if you want to go with that future connotation. We'll start there, right? And we've also seen Yiktalu, which is they, a group of men or a group of mostly men, will kill. So the yod, we've learned, is a sign of the third masculine with the imperfect. The imperfect puts stuff on the front. The perfect puts stuff on the end. So you can notice that throughout here, the yod, the tav, the aleph, the nun, the imperfect just puts stuff on the front. And the stuff that it puts on the front helps you know, like the person and number. Yod tells you that the subject is either one he or a group of he's. And if the sharuk's at the end, it's a group of he's, which will just say they. They kill. They will kill. They will kill. Or he will kill. So we've also seen niktol. If you've been following my series of video, the nun at the front tells us that the subject is first common plural. We will kill. Hopefully not. But anyway, that's what the word would mean. So we've seen he will kill. We've seen they will kill, a group of men. And we've seen we will kill, niktol. I thought this was a good point to just pause and memorize the whole chart. Now we're going to see some you forms when we get to Jonah 2 very soon. You'll notice that the second person has a lot of tavs on the front. Now the third feminine has tavs on the front too, but it's less common. But like the second person, all have a tav on the front. We've already learned the nun on the front for the first common plural. That aleph is the I will kill, the first common singular. And I guess it might make sense that I start with me, so aleph is the first letter, I, maybe that makes sense. Ani makes, okay, fine, is the word for I. So yiktol means he will kill. Tiktol either means she will kill or you, a masculine, will kill. Notice it's the same form. Context has to tell you which it is. Tiktali is you will kill if you're talking to a singular woman, very rare, a rarer form. Ektol, I will kill. Yiktalu, we already know is they, a group of men will kill. Tiktolna is they, a group of women will kill, not a very common form, the second feminine plural. Tiktalu, Yiktalu, this is you will kill a group of men. A group of men, y'all, will kill. Y'all, a group of men, will kill. Tiktolna, notice it's the same. Tiktolna could either mean they, a group of women, will kill, or y'all, a group of women, will kill. Again, the feminine forms are less common because the ancient world was a male-biased world, so it didn't talk about women as much. And then niktol is we will kill. So, yiktol, tiktol, tiktali, ektol. Yiktalu, tiktolna, tiktalu, tiktolna, niktol. Now, I've tried to come up with a song. I didn't come up with a nice and neat song, but I came up with a little ditty that may or may not help you remember these. So the first, I kind of changed tunes from the singular to the plural. Let's see if it works. Yiktol, tiktol, tiktol, tiktali, and niktol. That's the theme from Rawhide, an old cowboy show, but it kind of worked for me. Yiktol, tiktol, tiktol, tiktali, and niktol. By the way, the reason it starts with the third rather than the first, if you've learned other languages like Latin, they usually start with the I form at the top of the chart. But in Hebrew, the he part is just simpler. It gets more complex as you go from he singular out. So that's why it's flipped if you know other languages. I had somebody ask this recently. Why does it start with the third instead of the first? It's because the third person form is a simpler form. So yiktol, tiktol, tiktol, tiktolian, nektol. And then I change tunes. Yiktalu, tiktolna, tiktalu, tiktolna, niktol. Again, you here on the left, it tells you what these are. So let me do the whole song together a couple more times. Yiktol, tiktol, tiktol, tiktolian, nektol, yiktalu, tiktolna, tiktalu, tiktolna, niktol. Yiktol, tiktol, tiktol, tiktolian, nektol, yiktalu, tiktolna, tiktalu, tiktolna, niktol. One more time. Yiktol, tiktol, tiktol, tiktolian, nektol, yiktalu, tiktolna, tiktalu, tiktolna, niktol. There's a rhythm to it. Maybe you don't need the music. Yiktol, tiktol, tiktol, tiktali, ektol, yiktalu, tiktolna, tiktalu, tiktolna, niktol. All right. Well, have fun learning these. We're going to see these from now on as we go through the rest of Jonah. We'll see more of them. And I'll say, oh, remember that? And I may actually even insert this same video a number of places in the rest of the course that I'm doing on Udemy, learning Biblical Hebrew inductively through reading the book of Jonah.